Hello, everybody. Well, hello, just me. Just waiting to see who's awake. Hey, somebody's in here. Hello. How's it going? Hello, peoples. This is the first time I'm doing a Google Hangout. But what I need to figure out is where's the hell's the chat? Is this the chat? Oh. Hello, everybody. Or hello, the one person that's in here. This is kind of like a little test. But if it gets good, then maybe I'll save it. I don't know. I'll probably delete this later. Hello, got two people in here now. How you guys doing? We can have like a little Q&A or a chatting session or something. Let me change the title of this. Doesn't really give you the option. Hello, peoples. Why can't you change the title of this? This isn't cool. Maybe you have to wait till it's uploaded. So who's awake? You guys awake? Say hello. Talk to me, baby. This is our control room. Maybe this is eject any bad actors. Dial guests up, down, or off. Okay. That was lame. But where the hell? Can you guys hear me pretty good? I don't know. This is stupid. You can't even edit. I wonder if I can do it on the channel. No, I don't think I can. That's crazy. Oh, wait. Oh, Turbo Face. I can see your messages now. Why can't I can't see it in the group chat. Are you still here, Turbo Face? I had to open an actual YouTube page to see your messages. That is so silly. Hold on 1 second. Let me change the title to this. Let's call it MCU Thoughts and Feelings. MCU Chat Q&A. Probably delete this. Chat. I wonder if that's gonna work. I don't know if that's gonna stay like that now or what. I don't know if that's gonna stay like that. That's so weird. I can't see your messages on the side here. This thing sucks. The group chat thing sucks. Let me try and reload it again. Maybe it'll work this time. No, I still don't see. This thing is stupid. Yeah, Turbo Face. How's it going? You can't sleep? What's up, man? Why can't you sleep? How does it feel? Hey, what's going on, Derek? How's it going? Watch the show Titans. Is it good? React to the show Titans. Is it good? I guess you're saying it's good, but if you want me to react to it, don't you? Tobyface says, no idea. I'm too tired, I guess. Yeah, I know that feeling when you're just way too tired to even sleep. It's horrible. Horrible feeling. It's a really good show, huh? I don't know, man. I'd only be watching it to react to it. Like, I would still want to react to My Hero Academia. You know what that is, Derek? Some of my fans on here is talking about telling me to react to My Hero Academia. Great fight choreography. Have you guys heard about you know how they've cancelled all the Netflix Marvel shows? That's really pissing me off. But I feel like I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just doing a talking stream. This isn't a gaming stream. Does it sound weird? I'm just messing around really today. Like, I'll probably delete this after this, but tomorrow I'm going to do a proper stream. I'm going to schedule it and everything. Tomorrow we're going to talk about Marvel. We're going to talk about Daredevil being cancelled. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. See how many people we can get in there. What does that hand symbol mean, Derek? Marvel Netflix is done. Is that what that means? Yeah, Marvel Netflix is ghosted right now, man. Like, Daredevil is done. Iron Fist done. Luke Cage done. I don't know what they're doing. And I've read that apparently some insiders said that, yeah, Daredevil's got cancelled, man. Look it up. Oh, it means awesome. I thought you were like rubbing your hands away with it. Like, it looks like rubbing the dust off your hands or something like that. I didn't know that was clapping. Well, I guess I was trying to think of something negative because right now what's happening to Marvel Netflix is quite negative, so I didn't expect that to be clapping. Punisher season 2. I think the only two that's left alive is Punisher and Jessica Jones. I wonder when they'll die. Probably after their second seasons. I was kind of happy about it because I thought they were all going to be on the same place, all in the same place. Like, they're all going to be on the Disney streaming thing that they're going to do. What's it called? Disney Plus, I think. I thought they're going to move. That's what they were doing, canceling it on Netflix so they can move to Disney Plus. But it seems like that's not what's going to happen. It seems like they're just canceling it completely. Disney made a statement saying, "Oh, we're so happy that you loved our characters, and that we're so proud of the actors who were able to bring these characters to life, like Vincent D'Onofrio, Charlie Cox, and so on. But we'll have to cancel it, and hopefully sometime soon." No, they didn't say hopefully. They said we look forward to seeing what adventures Daredevil gets up to in the future. That's what Disney said. And people were speculating that they're going to bring Daredevil back. In what form, we don't know. Whether it's going to be a movie. Most people, some rumors are going around that they're going to completely recast everything. So I don't know. Mad. Oh, Turbo Face. I thought you was into all that, man. I thought you was into like the Marvel Netflix. You just watch the Marvel movies and that's it, or Escorpion Venenoso. Where's Kemi and Dara? I they're out. They're out chilling with their friends, I think, and I'm sitting here, you know, just on YouTube. The MCU, yeah. Yeah, I know, Derek. It sucks, man. It completely sucks. I'm going to talk about it even more tomorrow when there's, to be fair, there's like quite a lot of people now. There's 6 people in here. Crazy. So, Wolf says Daredevil sucked though. Did you see season 3? Daredevil season 3 was pretty cool, man. Come on. There's a reason why it got cancelled, but what I don't understand is Daredevil season 3, they don't even have the numbers yet, do they? It's that quick? Daredevil season 2 was pretty decent as well, man. I was going to watch that again, but now because it's cancelled, I thought, is there any point? Like, there's a reason why they got cancelled, but I feel like the reason isn't what people think. People think they got cancelled because they were doing badly. But no, Disney's literally about to start their own streaming service. Like, that's going to compete with Netflix. And Disney has a lot of stuff. So there's some kind of power play, something dodgy going on, because I promise you, I have a strong feelings in my heart that if Disney wasn't starting their own streaming service, that I feel like Netflix wouldn't have cancelled any of those shows. That's what I feel, you know? Season 1, half of season 2, and season 3 were great. Yeah, I liked all of season 2, to be fair. I even liked the Elektra bit and the ninjas, the hand. I thought that was very comic book like, felt very comic booky, you know? It could have been faster paced. I liked Elektra in season 2. It could have been faster paced. That's all. Like, that's the only problem. The only problem I have with the Netflix shows is that the Marvel shows is that they are so slow. Like, there's too many episodes. There's too much like just talking and nothing happening, and the plot not moving fast enough. If it had the pace, I don't know if any of you guys watch Power. If you watch Power, made by, well, I think 50 Cent is one of the producers. The show Power is real. I love the pace in that. Everything is just moving. It's always exciting. You're never bored. And it's not that different from like Luke Cage or something. It feels similar to Luke Cage, except Power's way better than Luke Cage. Wolf says it got cancelled because it really wasn't attracting young millennials, and they really don't care for Daredevil. Daredevil's a slow show for a niche audience. You might be right. But I don't know, man. Like, Daredevil did really well. If anything, Iron Fist and Luke Cage are doing badly. I find it hard to believe. Daredevil was trending and everything. It was like the trailers were doing really good. But to be fair, season 1 was way more hyped than season 3 and 2. They were kind of dying, I guess, in a way. Oh, Power is about a nightclub owner who's a businessman, nightclub owner by day, even though it's a nightclub, and a criminal by night. Yeah, so he's a criminal basically. It's just about the criminal underworld and drugs, and it's kind of like Daredevil and Luke Cage, except without superhero stuff. You should definitely check it out, man. It's a really good show. It's really fun watch. It's kind of an easy watch because it's so fast paced. It's not like slow like Daredevil and Luke Cage and stuff. Daredevil did okay, but Netflix knew it wouldn't continue to pull bigger numbers. Yeah, stop making sense, Wolf, man. You're making too much sense, man. I don't want it to be that. That's the reason, because that means the whole MCU is kind of messed up now. The MCU is like, it's not it's not got Daredevil and Luke Cage and all them lot in it anymore. They've basically been erased from the MCU. I guess you could say Thanos clicked them away, but that's just so. Oh man. So what's gonna happen now? Like, I was looking forward to Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin interacting with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's kind of sad, man. It's pissed me off, man. I don't know how they're gonna do it now. Hey, that boy for there, what's going on? I heard from you in a long time, man. How's it going? No cam today. I don't know. I ain't feeling very cam. It's dark here, man, where I am. I'm not at home. So it's kind of dark here. So there's no light. So the cam will be kind of pointless. But you guys can hear me fine, right? Just laying low, that boy, yeah? Every time I hear this song, what's it called? Every time I hear that Check song, I always think about you because you're the one who told me about it. That Check by Ray and I can't remember the other guy's name now. But yeah. Yeah, every time I hear that song, man, I just think of that boy. Kojo Funds, that's it. Because I didn't even know that song existed before you showed me, man. I was like, where's he gone, man? He showed me that song and just disappeared. Turboface says, did they ever consider to include the TV shows into the MCU? Yeah, they did. They did consider it, actually, because I recently, literally, I think yesterday, the Russo brothers were in an interview where they said that they were very much thinking about including Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones into Infinity War. They were actually going to put them in Infinity War, but the problem was as soon as they started to try and figure out how it's going to work, they started to realize it's going to cause way too many problems with scheduling conflicts and what they're up to in their own shows and timing and like all this kind of bullshit excuses. I would have made it work. All these kind of excuses, then they just said, nah, we can't do it. So apparently they thought about it. They've confirmed that they actually thought about putting them in the shows. That would have been very interesting if they cancelled them now and they actually were in Infinity War. I wonder if they'd get clicked away or not. I wonder what would have happened to them. But I would have just had them as a glorified cameo. Not even a glorified cameo, just a straight up cameo. Maybe when New York was getting attacked, you'd have seen like Daredevil rescuing some people and Luke Cage putting up his hood and doing some stuff. That's what I would have done. And that's it. That's all you need to see. You don't need to see more than that. Just little cameos. And people be like, who's that? And then you can have Doctor Strange have a throwaway line where he says, the heroes... I feel like we have other heroes helping us, or I can sense other heroes helping us, or some crap like that. I don't know. Derek says, what's worse is that Tom Spidey can't interact with Hardy's Venom. Man, it's starting to get restricted, right? Like now we can't have Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin and interact with Spidey because they cancelled Daredevil. Hardy's Venom is with Sony, and it's a different universe, and it's starting to get a bit confusing now, man. The MCU is getting a bit annoying. Like, I'm like, nah. Like, that's why I hated Venom from day one. I still haven't seen it. I still haven't seen Venom till this day, and it's made so much goddamn money. It's made like, what? 800 million or something? Like, I don't know. You guys tell me, but I know it's made more than Wonder Woman. And that's ridiculous. And people that say I hate DC, I love Wonder Woman. How's that? But I don't think any of them people that think I hate DC are in here. So, Turboface says I would have had a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, you would have, man. But now, good for you. Like you don't have to. worry about watching any of those now. But to be fair, season 1 Daredevil is pretty fun watch. I'd check that out. Jessica Jones season 1's pretty good as well because of Kilgrave. Other than that, yeah, you don't need to watch anything else. Luke Cage was pretty much lame. That boy says, when do you think the trailer for Avengers 4 is dropping? Oof. I don't know, man. I don't know what Marvel's doing to us right now. Like, it's December 1st, right? Can you guys imagine? It's December and we haven't had an Avengers trailer yet. Every year, like a Marvel film comes out in May or April, like they always have a trailer in like November, September time, right? Always. But it's hit December and there's no trailer. I'm like, what the hell is going on? My thoughts were maybe they're doing that because of Captain Marvel and they're using Captain Marvel as a... They're trying to like basically not overshadow Captain Marvel with Avengers 4. So, but then I feel like we should have had a Captain Marvel trailer by now. I don't know what's going on. But they didn't care about Black Panther for the same reason. So I don't know. It's so weird. It's so strange. What's my job? That is not going to be disclosed. I'm going to keep that a secret for now. Maybe I might accidentally say it in another video or something, but I'm going to keep that quiet. Like, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. Not really, but yeah. They need to make a Maximum Carnage movie. They probably will. Probably be the next Venom movie. Like, it's probably going to be the next Venom one, to be fair. The Avengers 4 trailer drops either next week or 2 weeks. Hold on 1 second, guys. I can't talk about my job, man. I can't talk about what I do. Because if I do, I'd have to kill you. It's top secret. Top secret. You think Marvel is keeping all the goods under wraps for some reason? I feel like Marvel getting cocky with it, man. I feel like Marvel are like... I feel like they're just so confident now. They don't need to show us shit. Literally, if they just drop the film tomorrow, Infinity War 2 or whatever you want to call it, Avengers 4, people would still... It would still hit 1 billion nicely. Oh, be crazy. Maybe that boy, maybe. I do like my martini shaken, not stirred. No, I don't even like martinis, to be honest, actually. Aquaman is getting good buzz. I think I definitely will check that out. I'm going to give it a glowing review if it's good. And all the people that said I hated it can suck it after that. I don't know. No. It depends if it's good or not. Yeah, Bayona, man, I was just talking about that. We were just talking about how Daredevil Netflix is cancelled. And it's so annoying, man. Like, the MCU is... Thanos, man. Thanos clicked his fingers and fucked the whole thing up, man. It's crazy. I just don't know. What I'd love is if Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, if they went to the Disney streaming service, and that, how cool would that be? Because that means they could probably feature in like Scarlet Witch's little movie, little mini series or whatever that is. Maybe they could feature in Bucky and Falcon's mini series. You guys know about that mini series, right? You guys know about what I'm talking about, right? Tell me if you do. Tell me if you don't. Yeah, that would have been really cool. Maybe I thought that's what they were going for, like to put it all under one roof. Maybe they're still doing that. But then some guy, some know-it-all from Rolling Stone on Twitter said apparently that the executives want nothing to do with Marvel, Netflix. Like, so Charlie Cox and all them lot, they're not coming back. And even if they did want something to do with them, all their contracts would make it super difficult and super impossible, allegedly. But I really don't want to believe him. He's just some guy in the Rolling Stone. Hopefully he's wrong. Hopefully he's got some wrong information or something. And that would be so sick if they could just put, I wouldn't mind. I kind of want them to be cancelled on Netflix and they can all be under one roof on the Disney Plus streaming. Then you know I'm getting the Disney Plus streaming. Because they're going to have Star Wars, The Mandalorian, directed by Jon Favreau, probably the first good Star Wars we've had since Disney got the rights to Star Wars. I feel like it's going to be pretty sick, that Mandalorian thing. Then we're going to have Scarlet Witch and Loki miniseries, and they're going to have like Hollywood movie level budgets. And we're going to have Falcon and Bucky buddy cop miniseries. They're not going to be actually cops, but that's just how it's going to feel. Like they're going to be kind of this, like, you know, an unlikely pair, like fighting crime or whatever. And these are all going to have movie level budgets, so these are going to be sick. And obviously, the Star Wars is going to have a movie level budget. Mandalorian. I wish I could see some lightsabers in that though, because it's about a bounty hunter. How excited are you for episode 9? That boy says. Oof. I literally do not care about episode 9. I'm going to react to the trailer and I don't care what dislikes I get. I'm going to laugh at it and rip it because seriously, episode 9 is ridiculous. Like they've ruined it already. Like, what was it? Star Wars, what was it called? The Last Jedi was so bad. Oh my God. I've only watched it once and I was late to the cinema. I missed like sort of the beginning bit. Like I missed a bit of that because we were late to the cinema that day. Like my car tire wheel busted. So I got to the cinema and I was just watching, I was just thinking, what is this, man? Like, this doesn't feel like Star Wars. Like, Rey is beating the crap out of Luke Skywalker when he's supposed to be training her. And then what? And then, like, they had the part where I was really excited was where Kylo Ren was asking Rey to join, not the dark side, they were going to make their own thing. Like, Kylo Ren was going to leave the dark side because he killed Snoke, and Rey was going to leave the light side because Luke was being a twat. So that could have been really interesting. And then all of a sudden, she just went, no, I'll never join you. And I was like, no, this is the same shit we've seen before, except done way, way, way worse. Like, what are you doing? This is lame. It's so boring. Like, I'm not one of those people that cry about Star Wars isn't the same as it used to be. Like, I need to see Rey have a connection to like Luke or to Obi-Wan Kenobi, or I need Rey's parents to not be. I don't care who Rey's parents were. I do care that Snoke died because that was shitty character. That's just bad storytelling. You don't introduce a big boss, then kill him off, and then there's nothing else. You replace him with Kylo Ren, who's the most interesting character, but for the wrong reasons. I'm rooting for Kylo Ren. I'm not rooting for Rey. So Rey's lame, and Kylo Ren's actually interesting because he has flaws. He has like weaknesses. He has conflict in him. Rey doesn't have anything. She's just good at everything she does. The only conflict she has is trying to find out who her parents are, which isn't really a conflict. It's just trying to find out who they are. That's it. And after she found out that they're junkyard nobodies, the next scene you see her in, she's like, oh my God, I like this, driving the Millennium Falcon. She didn't even care that her parents were nobodies after that. She was just like fine with everything. And it was just really bad. Anyway, yeah, Last Jedi was, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do for episode 9. I don't know if you know this, that boy, but they're going through a lot of rewrites. They're going through a lot of hell right now. Even, what's his face? The guy directed episode 7. What's his name again? J.J. Abrams. Even he's been saying, yeah, you know what? Episode 8 was crap. I don't know what Rian Johnson was thinking. Look it up. He said something like that. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but he said episode 8 wasn't what we wanted to do. I'm going to have to rechange and redo some stuff. Yeah, admitted that. You know, even what's his face, J.J. Abrams' buddy, the guy that used to be in the Hot Fuzz films. I can't remember his name now. The guy that was in the Star Trek films, the English guy. He said, "Oh, George Lucas, if the new Star Wars films are missing George Lucas's heart." So they're starting to admit there's problems with the new films. There's problems with the new films. Even the Disney admitting that. So you know they've got to do some stuff. Apparently they're going to bring Luke Skywalker back to life. But at this point, they've ruined the story. They've ruined the lore. I don't even care what they do. They could bring everybody back to life. They could de-age Luke, somehow bring Carrie Fisher back to life and de-age her and all this kind of... Okay, if they did that, that'd be quite a miracle. But they could do some madness. But I don't know, man. They've ruined it so bad now. But yeah, the story didn't really go anywhere, man. Yeah, that's why I can't wait for Turboface Episode 9's honest trailer. Bayona Red says, why Disney and Marvel letting Fox to bring out X-Men and Dark Phoenix? I think there's probably some kind of contract where they have to bring those films out because they're already being made or something like that. And I think they're going to reboot it as soon as those films are done. I think I even read something about that they're going to reboot it and change it up. Because it is weird that they're bringing out Dark Phoenix when they've just trying to... They haven't even fully got the rights back yet, but they are working on it. They're going to get the right back pretty much. That's it, Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg, he said that stuff about Star Wars. And he's one of the prequel haters. He hates the prequels. I like the prequels. I never thought they were that bad. I never, you know, when the prequels came out, I enjoyed them. Then I discovered the internet, and suddenly I realized, wow, people hate this? I thought the prequels were good. I thought people loved them. I never realized how many people hated the prequels. It's insane. Never met anyone in real life who hates the prequels. Only on the internet does people hate the prequels. I love episode 1. I don't... Episode 2 was kind of boring. And I love episode 3. That's it. Episode 2 was the weakest one for me, but out of all the Star Wars films, episode 2 is probably the weakest one. Oh, I'm not even counting 7, 8, and what's going to be 9 in that. Otherwise, those 2 are the weakest ones, 7 and 8. So, guys, I'm still live, right? Yeah, still live, still live. I think my chat's a bit slow. I don't know what. There should be a chat. There's a group chat thing here on the side, but you guys don't come in there. It's so weird. I don't know why that is. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Now this chat's getting a bit lively. Well, it was lively. I don't know. Maybe I should just keep it. I was going to delete it earlier because it started kind of awkward because there was no one in the room. Ooh, that's a nice question, Turboface. What's your favorite video from your archive? I think you mean. You mean from like the video? What's my favorite video that I've made? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. The one that comes to my mind, I feel like I need to think about it, but the one that comes to my mind straight away is the Avengers Infinity War video that I made. Like how I would have liked it to go, how I would have made Avengers Infinity War, because I put a lot of work into that, and it's quite a fun video to watch. And those are the kind of videos I'd like to make more on a regular basis, but only obviously if they get views and people love them, you know. But to be fair, those videos are such a pain in the ass to make, and they're so time-consuming and long. If they're not getting views, I ain't making them. I know you got to work to get the views, but if I don't get the views straight away, I feel like I'm wasting time or something, man. It's kind of scary. But yeah, I'm gonna make Avengers 4. I think I've even started writing what I want, how I want that to go yet. So I don't know when that's gonna come out. The Avengers 4 version of how I'd like Infinity War to go. That's going to be called the Infinity Gauntlet, by the way. I would call Avengers 4 Infinity Gauntlet. And it's going to be very different from Infinity War, because the Infinity War one was was different. So, and it's based off of that. So it's based off of my previous videos, basically. It's not going to be based off the actual Infinity War, which a lot of people are going to comment and be like, what? This doesn't make any sense. How can your Avengers 4 be like this? That's not what Thanos did. And I'll be like, no, you got to watch the other video first. It's not. Anyway, that's going to go into a mad one. Yeah, man. Thanks. I appreciate that, Turboface. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely make Avengers 4. I haven't even started writing it yet, but I'm definitely going to make it at some point. Patrick Bell, Venom is still out killing and beating good movies in money. That's insane. Like, Patrick, you don't understand, man. It's just like, why is Venom doing so good? I haven't seen it yet. I nearly saw it when I was in Texas, but every time there was a moment where I'd be like, should we just go watch Venom? I was like, no, I don't want to give, I refuse to give that movie money. I refuse to give that movie money. That's what I kept saying in Texas. And it looks like it doesn't make a difference if I give my money to it. Usually when I refuse to give a film money, most people coincide with me and everybody agrees that, yeah, we're all not going to give that film money. But everybody just wants to give their money to Venom for some reason. I feel like they think it's an MCU film or something. It's crazy. Yeah, you do gain experience. That's true. Derek says, do you watch Game of Thrones? Of course I watch Game of Thrones. Check out my channel, man. I've got reactions of season 6 and season 7 on there. Like, or the whole thing. Check it out if you want to watch my reactions to Game of Thrones. Looking forward to season 8. I'm sad that it's going to end, though. It's kind of annoying. Wish it was closer to the books, but it is what it is. Bayona says, do you think Star Wars Episode 9 is going to be the first box office flop? Ooh. Ooh. I don't know, man. With Venom, Venom, like, is doing so well. I can't predict this general audience anymore, man. General audience are confusing as hell. Well, I think with Han Solo flopped. The Han Solo film flopped. Yeah. Well, it didn't really. Did it flop? It didn't do well. Han Solo. Rogue One. Did that hit 1 billion? I think Rogue One must have hit 1 billion, right? Rogue One was probably the best out of all the new Star Wars films. I don't love it, but Rogue One was good. I enjoyed Rogue One. It actually made the most sense out of all the Star Wars films, and it fits in nicely with the other films. But these next are these other two films and Han Solo? Any of them? Okay, what the hell? You guys can still hear me now? I think I'm back. Yeah, it froze for a second there, but I think I'm back now. What was the last thing you guys heard? Had to work there, didn't you? Forced it to work there. Dofa says, I agree, the Rayverse is crap. The Rayverse, that's a good name for it. Yeah, it's a bit lame. It's a bit lame. I think I had a bit of a bad connection there. So tell me, guys, what's you guys' favorite games? What games are you all playing right now? Got some gamers in here, right? What games are you all playing? Let me know. Quick, quick. And this is so weird. Like, I have a chat thing in the Google Hangouts window, but you guys aren't coming up, so I have to look at the actual YouTube chat. But I feel like that's slower. I don't know. Look at that. Chris Eddie's playing Tekken 7, 2K19, and FIFA 19. I'm guessing that's WWE 2K19? Or is that NBA 2K19? Which 2K is it? Terrifay says, I played Battle of Azeroth for 2 months and stopped because it sucks. You liked it for 2 months though, Turboface. What happened? Battle of Azeroth. That must be some PC game. Is it kind of like Diablo, like top-down view? Oh, NBA 2K19. Yeah. Right now, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, as some of you guys know. Trying to play Shenmue again when I get time. I'm also playing PES 2019, Pro Evolution Soccer. I'm a PES guy. Not much of a fan of FIFA because PES is just feels like more like football to me, and I like the models. The character models look better. It's kind of like 2K9. It's kind of like how you have Madden 2K or NBA 2K, and you have NBA Live. And I always felt like NBA 2K was better, even though NBA Live was the more popular EA one. But yeah, I prefer PES. I wanted to put some videos up on PES on my channel, but I feel like people just be like, what the heck is this? People get so confused, like, why is there football games on this channel? It's so weird. I don't know. I wanted to put a couple of videos of that on there. But Bayona Red says, still waiting to get a cheap price for PS4 Pro, but now price is 289. Yeah, I know, right? I've been waiting to get a PS4 Pro as well, but I just don't feel like it's worth it, man. It feels like a PS4 Pro now is like, what's the point? I feel like PS5 is gonna get announced soon, and the PS4 Pro is just so expensive for what? For like slightly better graphics and maybe some more hard drive space you can get anyway if you really wanted to on your PS4. I think just use an external hard drive or whatever. So I don't know, man. But my PS4 is so damn loud. Tell me, Bayona, does your PS4 loud? Because when I put like games in my PS4, it just goes. The fans go crazy. I don't know if that's because it can't handle these recent games because they're more for pro, like Spider-Man and Red Dead Redemption and even Shenmue. Like it gets quite loud. Tofe says World of Warcraft expansions are relevant for about 2 years, and they get content updates on a several months basis. So World of Warcraft, how does that work? Is that like just one game, and then you have all these crazy expansions and DLC content? Like, so I feel like some games should just do that. Like games like FIFA, NBA, sports games like WWE. I feel like they should just bring out one game-based game and then just bring out DLC for it every year. Like DLC massive updates that probably cost like $20 or something. But obviously they'd lose money because they're kind of doing that now, but just charging you full price for it and giving you a disc to make you feel like you're getting something new. But really and truly, what they're doing is they're doing what I'm saying, doing the update thing, but charging you extortionate amounts of money for it. And then they, like every like 5 years, they should do a graphics update game, so it's a brand new game or something. They shouldn't, because the graphics don't change much every year either. So they could probably do graphics updates with DLC. To be fair, the original came out in 2004, and Battle of Azeroth is its seventh expansion. Oh wow! So they are doing that then. Yeah, man. My PS4 fan goes crazy for almost every game now. I feel like I need the Pro, but the Pro is way too overpriced, man. If the Pro was like £150, I'd get it, or maybe 200, pushing it. 200 pushing it, I'd get it. But 200 and what was it, 49, 99, 289? That's like 300 quid, and that's like at the base form without any games or controllers or whatever. I don't know. It's just like, what's the point, man? And speaking of Phantom Pain, what do you think of that game, Eddie? Like that Phantom Pain disappointed the hell out of me, man. I was looking forward. You check on my channel for the first time I played it. I was looking forward to that so much, and I played Phantom Pain, and I played it, recorded everything of it. Like it's all on my channel. My playthrough of Phantom Pain, and I was disappointed with the story. The gameplay was fun. Gameplay is really good, but the story was lame. I didn't even mind that. Spoiler alert! If anyone hasn't played Phantom Pain, that you were playing as a clone. I didn't, no, not a clone, a body double. I didn't mind that. That was cool, but the story was just really badly told. It was just like lame. All the story was in cassette tapes and all this kind of stuff. Like, just I wasn't a fan of Phantom Pain, man. But the online bit was fun for a while. Yeah, Phantom Pain was definitely. And I don't think it's going to be like Metal Gear Solid 2. You know how Metal Gear Solid fans hated Metal Gear Solid 2 when it first came out, but years later they appreciated it, and it slowly became some fans their favorite Metal Gear Solid game ever. It went from fans hating it to being their favorite game ever. But I don't think the Phantom Pain will do the same thing, because Phantom Pain is just so lacking. It's lacking too much. The reasons why people don't like Phantom Pain are very different from the reasons why people didn't like Metal Gear Solid 2. Derek says, I just bought the Switch and Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I've got that for Christmas. My sister got that for me for Christmas last year, and I still haven't finished it. I was streaming some of it here and there on YouTube, but I kept getting copyright claims from Nintendo, which was annoying. And also I was having some technical issues. And then lo and behold, some new games came out. Certain games like Shenmue and Red Dead Redemption, and I got Pro Evolution, and I was playing Rocket League, and all these games came out. I didn't have time for Breath of the Wild anymore. And I'm working, and I've got a girlfriend, and you just don't have time to play these games, man. And it's so annoying. I don't really go out much recently. I haven't gone out much recently. I just go out like clubbing and hanging out with my friends and stuff. I still hang out with my friends now and again, but they're all busy all the time. Shift patterns are all different. And like, you don't get time to play these games and hang out. And when you got work and everything, it's crazy. I do 12-hour shifts as well. So it's mad. Yeah, adulthood definitely sucks. I don't even have any kids yet. I mean, my girlfriend aren't living together yet, and it's still difficult to do everything I want to do. It's mad. It's mad. And then when you sit there thinking, man, I really want to do this right now, but you feel like you're going to waste time doing it. And then next thing you know, the whole day's gone, and you've just wasted time sitting there thinking about doing something and not actually doing it. It's annoying. Tobyface says, so you prefer story-driven games, single player mostly? Yeah, I like story. I've always loved story-driven games. I always loved third-person games. That's why I was a bit disappointed when Cyberpunk was announced that it's not going to be third-person option. It's just going to have a first-person view forced on you. That was kind of annoying. I love my third-person role-playing story games. Like, I love those kind of games. I used to love first-person games back in the days of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, and those felt really good. I had a lot of fun playing those games, but for some reason, after the Perfect Dark era and GoldenEye era, first-person games just became very boring to me. I don't know why. I just didn't enjoy first-person games anymore after that. I can still play them sometimes, but yeah, but they didn't get the original voice actor for Snake for Phantom Pain. Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland replaced David Hayter as Snake. I liked Kiefer Sutherland as Big Boss or Venom Snake, whatever. I liked him, but I thought I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all as long as Solid Snake, the original Solid Snake. If he stayed David, if he was also Kiefer Sutherland, I'd have been pissed. As long as Solid Snake was still David Hayter, that's fine. But Big Boss has been different voice actors quite a few times. Like I think it was John Seigan used to voice the old Big Boss. He voiced the old Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 4 because they thought it'd be weird for David Hayter to voice both of them. It'll be kind of silly almost. Hey, Samuel Fisher, why are we having an MCU chat when Aquaman is on the horizon? Yes, Aquaman, or actually, technically, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is on the horizon. But yes, Aquaman is coming. And Aquaman, you people's are like, nah, you hate DC, you hate DC. Nah, did I really say I hate Aquaman? I swear I was watching it and I was just like, yeah, like the visuals look cool, the visuals look sick. I'm enjoying the visuals. I don't like how he's a bit jokey all the time. In the other trailer, that's what I was trying to make clear. In the previous trailer, it was a bit too jokey. But in this trailer, I even said in this trailer, he's a lot more serious. I like it that in this trailer, he's more serious. And then everyone just kept bagging on me about the jokes. I was like, wait, what? Why are they bagging on me? I actually said this is actually more serious, and I like that it's more serious. I don't know why they kept saying I was complaining about jokes when I said the complete opposite. But yeah, it's weird. But Aquaman, I'm actually looking forward to it. But after the dislikes and after the hate that I got in that video, every time I'm sitting in the cinema watching Aquaman, I'm just going to be thinking about how everyone hates me for hating this, or at least I don't even hate it, hates me or thinking that I hate it and hating me anyway. It's just crazy. But no, man, Aquaman. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out, man. Definitely going to check it out because of you guys. Yeah, I never asked for a lighter DCEU. I never asked for that. My problem with the DCEU was never that it was dark. It didn't need to have comedy, or it didn't need to have even be lights. It just needed to be a good story. That's all. It just needed to have a good story. Look at the Dark Knight franchise. The Dark Knight franchise didn't work because it was dark. It didn't work because it was ultra realistic version. That's not why the Dark Knight films worked. They worked because they were well written. They had good character development. They had interesting characters. You know, they had cool action set pieces. Like the the DCU films, the character development is weak, and the storyline doesn't make sense. They rushed a whole bunch of comic storylines. The death of Superman. They rushed that. They rushed, you know, Doomsday. They rushed Batman versus Superman. You know, what's it? World's Finest. They rushed that. They rushed Batman. They casted Ben Affleck as Batman was okay, but I would have preferred John Hamm. Like he would have been a better older Batman. Like they ruined the Joker. The Joker's like this weird. The Joker looks more like a henchman for the Joker rather than the actual Joker himself. You know. But Harley Quinn was cool. I liked Harley Quinn. They did her. I've always thought Margot Robbie was the best Harley to be the best person for Harley Quinn, and they actually casted Harley Quinn. And Wonder Woman was really Oh, I'm back now. It froze for a second there. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back now. You guys with me? Yeah, so I don't know why it keeps going off like that. It must be some shitty internet or something. Don't know. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. Yeah, they should have. No, they should have done a. Yeah, they should have done Man of Steel 2 and then Batman v Superman. Yeah, they could have even had Batman in Man of Steel 2, but like, or they should have just had Bruce Wayne like have a cameo in Man of Steel 2. That would have been good. That would have been good. Yeah, Man of Steel 2 with Bruce Wayne cameo. Oh man, I feel like making a video of how I would make the DCEU. Because people think I hate DC. No, I just hate the. I don't even hate the DCEU. I just feel like the DCEU was ruined a little bit. I think it could still be savored. Shazam looks awesome. I love the Shazam trailer. So that kills that myth that I hate the DCEU. So I enjoy the Shazam trailer. I like the there was another trailer. Not Aquaman. There's another DCU film. I swear. Oh yeah, the new Joker movie. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That looks a bit weird. I just keep seeing these weird clips of Joaquin Phoenix just sprinting, like just sprinting with his stupid clown makeup. That doesn't look like how Joker applies his clown makeup or how Joker's face looks in the comics. It just looks, and there's no back. This Joker film sounds weird. Samuel, what do you think about this Joker film, man, with Joaquin Phoenix? It just looks weird to me, man. Like, there's no Batman. He's got a name. Like, the whole point of Joker is that he's never meant to have like a known previous history. Joaquin Phoenix, that's it. Joaquin. Thanks, Damaged Heroes. I always say Jacqueline. It's Joaquin. Joaquin. Yeah, I get it. It's like an Elseworld thing. I guess when you walk into the cinema thinking, yeah, this is like a what if other world Joker, you can try and watch it, but it just feels like, yeah, I like my 616. I like my, Earth. What is the actual canon Earth in DC now? Is it Earth 2 or something? I don't know. I like my canon universes, so like the MCU feels very like the canon Marvel universe. Like they're close to 616, that's what I like about the MCU. And I like the DCEU because they're relatively close to the canon universe. Is it? I don't know what they call it now. Yeah, Samuel, I hated Venom without Spider-Man. I haven't even seen it yet. Like I hate Venom without Spider-Man. The idea of Venom without Spider-Man. The Joker thing doesn't piss me off as much because um, Joker isn't made from Batman. He's just kind of, but Joker's just there. You don't know why he's made or where he comes from. He's just there. But Venom was made because of Spider-Man, so I hate that a lot more. That pissed me off. Um, Chris Eddy says Marvel had a plan and they stuck to it. DC seems to be doing it as they go along. And that is also the problem of Star Wars and Disney Star Wars. They had no plan. They literally, have you guys seen that picture of I wonder if I can screenshot it real quick. Let me see if I can get it up for you guys to see. Let me see. Let's see if I can get it up. This is why Star Wars. Oh, not the actual show. You're right, JJ Abrams. I can't even find the picture now. Star Wars. Oh, what the hell happened there? Wait with me 1 second, guys. I'm going to get this picture up because it's hilarious. If I can find it. Star Wars. Why the hell is there? It is. This is hilarious. This picture here. Let me share my screen with you guys so you can see. Okay, there you go. Whoa, that's really weird. Okay, I don't know what I've just done there. But anyway, this is the thing. Look, this picture is hilarious. How can I view the whole thing? It's like tiny. Go away. Look at this picture right here. This is the Star Wars. This is for Star Wars The Force Awakens. You got Rey sitting there. You got Han Solo, Harrison Ford, J.J. Abrams. I don't know who this guy is. Is that Lawrence Kasdan? I don't know who that is. And you got Kylo Ren, John Boyega, Finn, Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill there, and all these other people. Is that Kathleen Kennedy there? You got all these, and then there's Carrie Fisher, the late Carrie Fisher. Rest in peace. You got all these people here, right? Talking about, it's like they just all sat here and went, yeah, let's just take a picture and make it look like we're doing something. Because this room should be where they planned out the whole entire trilogy, right? So why does it not make sense? Why are they so lost? Why did they say they're planning it as they go along? Like it looks like they should have planned out the entire trilogy in this room, but they didn't. So what were they doing in this room? What are they talking about? Literally nothing. It's just ridiculous. That's what I had to show you guys. It just cracked me up, man. You know, I had to show you guys that real quick. I'm not sharing the screen anymore, am I? Because if porn comes up or something, that's going to be awkward. I don't know if you guys... Yeah, it's probably just a fake picture, man. I'm telling you. They just said, right, let's all sit down and look like we're doing something. They ain't doing nothing in that room. Clearly. I saw that and thinking, yes, we're going to get a sick trilogy on our hands. I remember that picture when they released it. And then it turns out they didn't do shit. So yeah, New 52, that's what the universe is called. I've got to go back now. It took me way too long. Damn Shiro says, have you talked about the Jude Law character thing yet? They apparently revealed who he's playing. Yeah, I saw that. I haven't talked about it. I saw that literally just like an hour or so ago. That Jude Law and Captain Marvel is actually playing not Marvel, the person that Carol Danvers gets her powers from in the original comics. He's playing something Jog. I can't remember his name now, but it's like Marvel's enemy. And he's one of the reasons, and I think in the original comics, they said in the article that he's the reason that Captain Marvel, like he was one of the reasons Captain Marvel got her powers, like indirectly caused her to get the powers, they wrote, or something. So that's interesting. So I thought he was playing Marvel, so I don't know why he's playing that guy. So I wonder who's playing Marvel, if Marvel's even going to be in it. Because what it sounds like is maybe they're giving Captain Marvel's storyline as well. So so she's the original Marvel, which doesn't make any sense because she got her name from Marvel. That's why she calls herself Captain Marvel. She's not just going to say that, make that name up for no reason. His name was actually Marvel. That was his actual name, and she called herself Marvel as an homage to him. So there has to be a Captain Marvel in the story somewhere. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I hope they don't. Like, I feel like in order to make her look super strong, she's not going to have someone give her the powers. She has to get the powers herself because she's some strong, independent woman or whatever. I don't know. Rather than just doing the actual story. I hope they don't ruin it. Derek says, watch Titans, dude. The fight scenes are sick, and they are setting up Nightwing and Red Hood. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. But I don't know if I can be reacting to it, man. That sounds like a lot of editing. And I don't know what kind of copyright issues I'm going to get with that as well. And when I'm going to have the time to even sit there and just watch it and just edit it. And Titans as well. Oh, man, I don't know. I still need to watch My Hero Academia. Maybe I'll just watch it and do a review on it or something. Samuel Fisher says, well, Marvel prior to Disney was just making movies. Then the idea to connect it and Avengers was fantastic, and they have been consistent ever since. They are on their game, no doubt. You need a Kevin Feige figure, man. Without Kevin Feige, I promise you the MCU would not be where it is today. There might not even be an MCU anymore without Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is a big fat nerd. He's a nerd. Like me and you, like he just got in a position of power where he can make this shit happen. Kevin Feige, I feel like he's not even thinking about money half the time. Like it's like probably 40% money and 60% he's just a nerd. You know, he's a comic book nerd, and he just wanted to do what he's always wanted to see since he was a kid. And you need someone like that at the head of DC, man. And DC will do good. Sometimes it's not about the smart executive guy. Sometimes it's about just a nerd guy that wants to see his dreams come to life, man. I thought that's what Kevin Feige was, especially after what he said about Stan Lee recently. Samuel says, now I say this often, DC films on individually are fantastic as movies to me. Batman v Superman, Ultimate Edition, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman are all good blockbusters. As a connected universe, it's a mess. Same will probably be for Aquaman. I can agree with that. Bayona said, rumors is that Sony wants to end the deal with Marvel for using Spider-Man MCU because Venom did well. Yeah, I thought that was their plan. That was their plan all along, man. I'm telling you, Sony, the sneaky motherfuckers, what they were doing was they were getting Venom, Silver and Black, and whatever crap, Morbius movie, the Aunt May spy film or whatever crap film they're going to make. And I was just throwing it, even this Sony into Spider-Verse thing. This Sony, it might as well be called that, Spider-Man's the Spider-Verse thing. They were just throwing all this stuff on the wall and see what sticks. And then the Venom movie's stuck now. And they're like, oh, we got something here. Let's drag out Tom Holland out of the MCU because we can. And let's make them fight each other. And you know what? If they can drag Tom Holland out of the MCU and use him without MCU, I don't know what kind of deal Feige did. And this is where probably the backlash, the backfiring of being just a nerd first and executive second comes in. Because Feige, probably wanting to please the fans, probably didn't sign any deals with Sony. Probably just said, you know what? You take all the money, you take all the credit, you still have all the rights. We just want Spider-Man in the MCU for Civil War. That's what we want, and for Infinity War. That's all we want. You can have everything else. Feige, the hero that he is, the nerd that he is, probably did that without thinking. And now he's made Spider-Man this awesome thing with Tom Holland, and Sony probably have the power to drag him back into their shitty little Sony universe with Venom and stuff. And you know what's going to happen? It's actually going to do well. Venom and Tom Holland is probably going to do well as well, like because Venom done so well, and because the general audience aren't they're going to be none the wiser. They're not going to know any better because they're going to think that it's going to be part of the MCU. Because Tom Holland, we've just recently seen him interact with Tony Stark. We've recently seen him in Infinity War. Sony were flipping clever with what they've done here. That's why they probably had in the deal, we have to have an Avenger be in each film. They say because they wanted to interact with the MCU, so the MCU's good luck can rub off on them. So you had Robert Downey Jr. in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Probably going to get Chris Evans in Far From Home, or whatever it's called. So I don't know. Sony's going to drag him back out. They're going to make a Venom versus Spider-Man movie. And yeah, Spider-Man's going to be stuck at Sony for the next 15 years. Who knows? Force Awakens is in the works, guys. Get ready. I know so little about her. I'm looking forward to her film. It looks like an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, what are you talking about there? I think, oh, right, I see. JJ made an outline for episode 8 and 9, and Ryan Johnson threw it out the window, and Kathleen Kennedy liked his first draft more, apparently. Yeah, Ryan Johnson basically ruined it. But to be fair, I didn't like episode 7 either. I didn't like where they went with it. But at the end of the day, episode 7 was okay. I didn't completely hate it. Like, I thought it was quite decent. The only thing I hate about episode 7 was Rey's Mary Sue-ness. Like, she's just boring character. And the only one thing that would have fixed that for me would have been if Luke Skywalker saved her at the end, if she got knocked out by Kylo Ren. But no, she had to beat Kylo Ren at the end. I wouldn't have minded if she just lost to Kylo Ren at the end. I wouldn't mind the rest of her Mary Sue-ness. Shit. Hold on 1 second, guys. Just trying to sort something out here. Ooh. In the comics, at least, but yeah, fair enough. Why would she name herself that? I feel like I missed something here, guys. Well, I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Chat's getting epic now, a bit. Let me see. Where was it? Remember when Feige threatened to quit over Civil War? Then Iger was like, whoa, hold on, move aside, Perlmutter. Yeah, I know, right? That was awesome. And you know, Damaged Heroes, I honestly think Perlmutter was the reason we got, what's it called? What's his name, man? The new War Machine. What's his name? Oh, I can't, these names always just slip my mind. But the guy that's playing War Machine now, I feel like Perlmutter is the reason we have him, because originally we had Terrence Howard, who him and Robert Downey Jr. had such brilliant chemistry. I feel like they had such amazing chemistry, right? And then we got and then Perlmutter said, we don't want to pay you any more than we need to. So, oh, thanks, Samuel Fisher. I really appreciate that. Thank you, man. That's really kind of you. So, yeah, Perlmutter said, we don't really want to pay you any more than we need to. So he was like, so Marvel was, I lost my train of thought right then. I was just thinking, like, what the hell? So, yeah. So Marvel were like, we don't need you anymore, Terrence Howard. We can just replace you with some other black dude. All black people look alike. So we just get Don Cheadle, that's it. We just get Don Cheadle in here. And to replace you, he looks nothing like you. And that was horrible. And I think that's Perlmutter's doing. If Feige was in full control, he would have paid Terrence Howard what he had to pay him. That would have been fine. And then I think after that, Terrence probably would have been like, you know what, I'll chill out after that. Or then maybe they could have made some kind of deal or something. But I feel like Pearl might have ruined that. But oh well, it is what it is, you know. Let's see what's going on here. He actually said that. Damaged Heroes. He actually said all black. I was joking. He actually said that. Oh my god. It's so annoying, man. We could have had Terrence. Do you know? I guarantee you, Damaged Heroes. I guarantee, if we had Terrence Howard still, yeah, we would have had a War Machine movie. He would have had his own movie by now. I think there was Don Cheadle said there was plans for him to have his own movie, but he didn't. For some reason, it fell through. Like, I don't know. Maybe they thought he couldn't hold it, or he wasn't charismatic enough, or something. I don't know. But I feel like if it was Terrence Howard, we would have had a War Machine movie, and that would have been sick. Yeah, Don Cheadle was like, I don't like him as War Machine as much as Terrence Howard could have held his own War Machine movie, definitely, and it would have been so different from like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man films. It would have been more like probably more action and more war orientated, probably a bit more gritty. Probably would have been like a bit kind of like the Dark Knight of the MCU films with Terrence Howard. Like it would have probably been a bit more real and raw, you know. I feel like it would have been more serious. Hey, what's going on, Luigi? I'll call you FSM. You love my channel. I think you need my channel, yeah? Thank you. I appreciate that. Jesus, so much comments now I've missed out on because I was looking at that Star Wars picture. Let me see. I want to answer all your comments, guys. When Civil War was being written, the Russos asked Feige to get Spider-Man. Feige went to do it. Feige threatened to use Miles Morales since they threatened Perlmutter. He threatened Perlmutter. Perlmutter was like, "Oh crap, I don't want to use a black Spider-Man." I would have hated that, to be honest, Miles Morales before Peter Parker. But what can Marvel do? You wouldn't have even been mad at Marvel because they didn't have the rights to Peter Parker. Saying so you should keep using them. No, you can't. Then have to do it. Yeah. Feige threatened to quit over Perlmutter being cheap and not putting enough money into Civil War, and was saying to get RDJ out of Civil War. Yeah, we could probably replace RDJ with someone else. He's such a twat, that Perlmutter, man. I bet that's the reason Netflix shows have messed up as well, because I think he's in charge of those. Perlmutter. Bob Iger was like, steps aside, Perlmutter. Feige speaks to me now, and he gets his way. Yeah, get rid of Perlmutter, man. He ruined it. There was something you said. Thoughts on Warner Bros. Developing a Zatanna movie? I don't know what Zatanna is. Actually, what is Zatanna? I'm going to get loads of blasphemy now, but I don't know what that is. Kevin Feige sucks, though. That's blasphemy, Wolf. How dare you speak ill of our God? That's not very nice. Back then, Terrence Howard was on top of Hollywood doing hit movie after hit movie. Yeah, he was. He was, and I think he would have had a good War Machine movie. It's hard to imagine what Iron Man 1 would look like with Cheadle. Terrence was so great. Mate, Terrence Howard and Robert Downey Jr.'s chemistry was so good, man. I felt like they could actually be friends. While Don Cheadle seems more like he's Robert Downey Jr.'s... Like, Don Cheadle... Robert Downey Jr. seems... to Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark seems more like Don Cheadle's carer than his actual friend. Terrence Howard and Robert Downey Jr. were on the same level. Like, I love when Terrence would tell him off. Like when Don Cheadle tells Tony Stark off, it feels stupid and it feels fake. But when Terrence Howard did it, you felt like Tony Stark was like a little kid. It was like a little runner, a little brat that Terrence Howard had to give a pimp hand to. But Don Cheadle feels a bit like, you know, like he's a mum in the kitchen that can't control his kids or something. If that makes any sense. No, he threatened what's her face at Sony. Forgetting her name right now. Oh, Amy Pascal. Are you saying Kevin Feige threatened Amy Pascal? Why did he threaten her? What? Tell me this. How do you know his inside info, Damaged Heroes? Tell me what you know about Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige. How did he threaten her? Terrence Howard is a fantastic actor, but I don't think he was into doing superhero movies. LOL. He did Iron Man, probably had very little knowledge of the character. You know what, Samuel? When you look at it like that, you got a point. Like, how would he have lasted as long? Sometimes it is kind of hard to imagine, like Terrence Howard doing all the stuff Don Cheadle has done. But then again, I feel like Terrence would have made that character his. He would have seen, just like Rob Downey Jr. You know, Rob Downey Jr. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I was going to say that something Rob Downey Jr. did when he was a kid, but I think that was just rumors and just bullshit memes. That was a lie. I'm not going to say that. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. I don't think was very into comics when he was a kid. A lot of these actors weren't, to be fair. Like Terrence Howard, once he sees the money coming in, once he sees how big, look at Robert Downey Jr. Look how much money that guy's making. Robert Downey Jr. would have left Iron Man ages ago if it wasn't doing as well as it's doing. In fact, he wanted to leave after the original Avengers movie. He probably thought, nah, I don't want to get typecast as this character. He was ready. He made that Chef movie with Jon Favreau. He was ready to move on from Iron Man. But then the Chef movie bombed, and he was like, Avengers made billions, and then the Marvel wanted him back. It was a no-brainer. And so if Terrence Howard was in the same situation, Terrence Howard would do the same thing, and he would have had his own War Machine films, because he could have held his own War Machine films, I think, and he would have made War Machine into a way cooler character than he is now. You know? Exactly, Turbo Face. Terrence Howard can stand up to RDJ's charisma. Exactly. Oh, the Suicide Squad chick with the sword, Zatanna. Oh, I see. Her. I liked her. I mean, the story wasn't that deep. Suicide Squad was quite a bad movie, but she seemed cool. Like she seemed like not interesting, but she seemed cool. I liked her. Cool. She seemed like a cool character. But that's weird that they're making a movie just about her. Will that do well? You know, like Aquaman. Like, yeah, I used to make fun of it. Like, before the trailers came out. I used to think, what are Warner Brothers doing? No one's going to want to watch an Aquaman movie while the DCEU is doing this badly. You know, people will probably want to watch Flash before that, like Flashpoint or something. You know. But look at Aquaman's buzzing right now. I feel like it's going to do Venom money, man. I feel like it's possible. If it's good, it doesn't even have to be good, because Venom apparently wasn't that good. Venom was apparently just like a 90s action superhero film. So if Aquaman wows the audience like Venom did, then wow, you never know, man. You can't really predict anymore, man. Our predictions are all skewed these days. Not like he said the Marvel Studios will make Spider-Man franchise. Oh yeah, he said the Marvel Studios will make a Spider-Man franchise of Miles Morales because Marvel owns the rights to him, and said their franchise will make way more money than theirs because no one cared about for them, and that people care about the MCU. Ooh, Feige swinging the big balls, but then that doesn't make sense. How is Sony making Into the Spider-Verse if the MCU has the rights to Miles Morales? Are you sure about that, Damaged Heroes? Because how did Sony let them do that? And then again, Sony playing another little war move by making a Miles Morales animated film to show that they have the rights to Miles. If what you're saying is true, that means they must have done a deal with Sony to make that Miles Morales film. But how is Sony making it then if they have the rights? Is that part of the deal that maybe they get to make Miles Morales? Oh, interesting. Bernard Rad said Sony is begging Dan Aykroyd to write Ghostbusters 3. Sony is begging Dan Aykroyd to write Ghostbusters 3, but why? Like, with who? With what characters? Not please, not the 2016 Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters, right? That would make a bit more sense. Damishiro says, and so Pascal and crew eventually caved in because they knew Marvel would probably beat them. So they made a deal that they can both benefit. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, probably. Samuel Fisher says, now RDJ was kind of the push behind the scene. He talked what's his name into being Captain America. He kind of is the dad around the set. He loves the whole atmosphere. Outside of Marvel, RDJ did okay. Yeah, he did. But I was always hearing that he came back because he didn't do well with that Chef movie. So he's like, you know what? Let me just stick to what I'm good at, this Iron Man thing. But yeah, no, I know he's definitely the dad behind the scene. I didn't know he talked Chris Evans into being Captain America. I know he got Pepper Potts in Avengers because originally she wasn't going to be in it. I know he asked for that. I can't remember, and I know he got like all the heroes to get their money up. Like they were paying them pocket. That was probably Perlmutter again. They were paying like the other actors pocket change for Avengers, and RDJ was like, "Look, man, I ain't coming back as Iron Man if you don't put my buddy's money up." So Disney had to put their money up. Perlmutter, he's such a cheap bastard. That guy. I guarantee it was him that caused that. To promote Miles so they can bring him into the MCU, maybe get the public warmed up to his character potentially. Especially when he brings Tom Holland into the universe and takes him out of the MCU. That would be so weird. So they'll just basically swap out. They could do a really cool storyline called um I don't know, some kind of like other world teleporting thing where Tom Holland goes into Sony's universe and Miles Morales goes in. Well, Miles Morales is already in Marvel's universe. So it's basically just Tom Holland leaves Sony, the MCU universe, goes into the Sony universe. Maybe that could happen. But Rad says, yeah, Sony wants people to forget the female Ghostbusters and make a sequel to the original Ghostbusters. Yeah, they definitely should be forgetting that shitty film. I don't know how the sequel would work though. If I was to write a sequel to Ghostbusters 2, and who have we got? We've got Dan Aykroyd, we've got Bill Murray. I think Bill Murray said he's up for doing it, and we've got, isn't there a third? Ray Winston, the black dude. I can't remember his real name. I know his name's Winston in Ghostbusters. I can't remember his name in real life. Ernie Ernie Hudson or something like that. I can't remember his name. I think his name is Ernie Hudson or something. But yeah, so we've got those three guys. I know some people might think this is distasteful, but this is how I would do Ghostbusters 3. I would have the old guy. Maybe the ghost of Egon tells her to do it or something like that. Oh no, the sound's gone. Hello, can you guys hear me? You're about to say how going to make Ghostbusters free. Can you hear me now, guys? Well, yeah. So how I'd make Ghostbusters free, if you didn't hear me, is I would have the ghost of Egon. I know that sounds a bit distasteful, but if they do it right, I would have the ghost of Egon inspire his daughter, which is the daughter of, because you know you got to have a female character, the daughter of himself and that chick. What's her name? The receptionist chick. Yeah, she can be in it. She's still alive, right? She can be in it, and Egon's daughter, thanks to the ghost of Egon, like, you know, persuading her and telling her to bring the Ghostbusters back together. They would have she would bring the Ghostbusters back together, like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson, and then they would create a new Ghostbusters. Like, she would lead the new Ghostbusters, like maybe some new younger characters, maybe two male characters, another female character, rather than all female, so we can balance out the genders. And then that's how I would do Ghostbusters 3. How Ramis does, so you can say his son gets the old crew together to fight a big bad on the horizon, since Ramis was the super smart one. Yeah, yeah, his son. Well, I said daughter because I just feel like that's what they would do now. But it's always female characters, but son, daughter, whatever, it works, you know? Yeah, I think that's how they could do Ghostbusters 3. So they get a new crew, and you have like Bill Murray being as cynical as ever, saying this is stupid, kind of like how he did in real life. And you can have like, um, Ray being the optimistic one, kind of like how Dan Aykroyd is the optimistic one in real life. It could be kind of meta in a way. I feel like people would love that. And that's how they should do it. It might still work. Those guys are really old now, though. They need to do it pretty soon, you know? Let me see what you guys been saying. Yeah. How long have I been streaming for? Don't even tell me how long. Why did it tell me? That's so weird. Do you guys know how long I've been streaming? Because I can't see it anywhere. I genuinely can't see it. What's going on, Shui? Hey, you gonna go see Spider-Man? Yes, definitely. Gonna go check out Spider-Man. It looks awesome. I was watching the music video with Post Malone and what's it, like Sway Lee from Ray Schmurd. I don't know how to say their names. And the music video was really cool, man. Made me think, oh, wow, I really want to see this movie. Miles seems like really cool, like, so I want to check it out. An hour. I feel like I've been on here longer than that. You know, I was going to delete this video, but I think we had a good chat today. I'm going to keep it up. The beginning bit's kind of awkward, but oh well, it is what it is. I might come back online again tomorrow, do a bit more streaming with you guys, a bit more of a chat. Maybe get some questions ready for a Q&A tomorrow or something. I'll probably schedule it. Yeah, I watched the real Ghostbusters cartoon, but yeah, no, it was awesome. That was really cool. You know what's really cool about that cartoon? Fun fact is that the guy that did the voice for Bill Murray's character, Peter Venkman, he also did the voice for Garfield, the cartoon Garfield. And just like like life imitating art, even though they're both art, or just like some kind of weird meta thing. Bill Murray, who acted as Peter Venkman in the films, also did the voice of Garfield in the Garfield films. So it's kind of like history repeating itself. And I always thought that was really weird and cool and perfect. I just wish more perfect things would happen, like, you know, Daredevil being in the MCU, like how he should be, and not being deleted by Netflix. I still need to talk more about that because that's really bothering me. But it was nice to get off my chest and chat to you guys about it. I haven't played the DLC yet, so to shoot for the new Spider-Man game, but I will do. I will do. I still haven't even finished Spider-Man. I still need to. I still need to finish streaming and playing it. So much stuff to do on the channel. I need to make my Avengers 4 video, man. I need to make that shit. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it quits. Thanks for joining me. Thanks so much for the super chat, Samuel Fisher. That was very well appreciated. I appreciate that. And I might schedule another live stream for tomorrow. Yes, I'll definitely show some articles and stuff, and we'll go through them together and have a proper big MCU chat about films and games and stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably do a little Q&A if you guys have any questions. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.